What's up, guys? What's up, guys? It's your boy No Chill Chad checking in. Out here in Vegas for LSFest West. And it's been a long few days, 4 or 5 days, and it's hot. It's been hot, but overall great event. Weather was perfect. Uh, just a great experience overall. First time being at LSFest, and would have been the first time my car being at LSFest. But that's what I'm here to talk to you guys about. I'm just going to, kind of just tell it like it is. So, I was having my car done. I wanted everything done by Texas 2K. So that'll give me about a month's time to get everything together for LSFest West. Well, J-Rod Speed Shop, always good shop. And they were very busy getting ready for Texas 2K, but we wanted to just install the QA1 suspension because they knew that if they would have did all the engine upgrades that the tuner wouldn't have had time to do it. Only because, everybody's kind of like out on the track for track support. So we just did the QA1 suspension, and then after Texas 2K was over, I think it was like the weekend of the 18th of March, I dropped it off like March 21st, 22nd, something like that. It was like that Monday or Tuesday, like after Texas 2K, dropped it off. The shop had it for about a week and a half. Well, they had it that first week. They started on it the following week. So then they had it for about 2 weeks. Called me, said, hey, the car was ready. But they wanted me to go directly to the tuner, just deal with the tuner directly because they no longer do business. So I said, that's fine. Like me and Matt Sorian at MSTuning, we cool. Our relationship is fine. So I don't mind, dealing directly with him. The shop's relationship with the tuner, totally different from my relationship, with the shop and the tuner. So I hit him up and I said, and that was on the 21st of March, I said, hey, how much you gonna charge me to do this retune? Because I need it for LSFest. Gave me a price, cool, no pushback. So then after the shop called me on April 6th, it was like, hey, your car's done. We're gonna send it over to Matt. I said, cool. So they hit up Matt and was like, hey, when can we drop the car off at your shop? So then Matt, MSTuning, said, hey, well, you could drop it off that Wednesday because I want to pull it in because I don't have any room right now. I want to pull it into the shop. It's a nice car. Cool. So J-Rod, they took the car over there that Wednesday, and he wasn't there. So they took the car back to the shop. So on Friday, the tuner called and said, hey, where's Chad's car? They said, well, we took the car back because you weren't there. The objective to bring the car to you, so to drop it off so you can pull it inside, but you're not there to pull the car inside. So he said, all right, well, just bring it today, which was that Friday. I think that was like the 14th. That was like the 14th of April. So I had just got back in town from work, stopped by the tuner because I wanted to see the install that J-Rod had did in person. So saw it, I was like, all right, cool. So I spoke to Matt. I said, hey, when can we get this thing, dialed in? Because I need some time to just make sure the car is ready for LSFest. I want to drive it for a little bit, dial it in. Had to do a paint correction, had to get the engine bay done. I just want to make, the car make sure it was perfect and A1. He said, well, they just kind of dropped it off. I got a lot going on, but I'm going to take care of you. I said, cool. I really do appreciate it. Thank you, just let me know. So that Saturday, I hit him up and I was like, are we gonna get it done today? Because I didn't hear nothing else that Friday. So he said that, he was with his realtor or lawyer or something like that. I said, cool. So that Sunday just happened to be F-Body gathering in Houston. So I really would have loved to, displayed everything and see what the local group, thought about my car. So I texted him that morning and was like, hey, is there any way on God's green earth that we can get this thing done today? He said he had a family emergency. Cool, I understand. No problem, no pressure. So that Monday, I went over there, or I called him, or I sent him a text and said, hey, it's Monday, just trying to reiterate that, I got to just get this car done and tuned. When can we look, to get it done? Because if you can't do it, I'm going to set an appointment with Pat G to tune it, but he has limited slots. So Pat G had an appointment that he could have got me in that Monday instead. So I said, hey, Matt, if you can't do it, let me know so I can just make arrangements. There's no hard feelings. I understand if you're busy, it's last minute. I just want to get the car done. So then kind of got upset, and I understand, hey, I want you to do the car, but if you just can't, it is what it is. Nothing personal, it's just business. He said I'll have it done by the end of business Tuesday. So then didn't hear anything Tuesday. So Wednesday I pulled up to the shop around 2-3 o'clock, something like that, and he's tuning 2 other cars for HPS, Houston Performance Solutions, Philip. And he said, hey, Philip's been waiting on these cars to get done for a couple weeks. I'm gonna knock these 2 cars out, then I'm gonna get yours. Cool, I appreciate it. So I literally was there from like 3:30 to like 8:30 when we finally get my car on the dyno. Finally pull it in, he's reviewing the install that J-Rod did. He said that the check valve on the catch can and everything was improperly installed. And I did some research, and I was like, I don't know, this is what I think, but I wasn't sure. So I just, went with what he said, because he said that for the tuning, he didn't want to get into the tuning and then see that there's a vacuum leak or something, because the improper catch can, he just would have been tuning a problem based on a mechanical install. So he, changed up the fittings a little bit on the catch can. He started tuning the car, and then made one pull. He said, hey, your injectors are maxed out. I was like, well, dang, why didn't nobody tell me that they were gonna be maxed out? Because I did some research, and come to find out, once you make about 400 wheel with these LS1 motors, you're for about 90 to 100% duty cycle on your injectors. So, I did my cam about 1.5 years ago. So I'm like, nobody even said, hey, you do anything else on the car, you'll need injectors. The only reason I didn't do the injectors at this stage, which I was, but I didn't because I didn't want to have to buy a set twice, because I know when I boost the car, I'm gonna need some bigger injectors. So I didn't know which injectors I needed. So I just was like, hey, I'm gonna wait after LSFest, get the boost on, then we'll get the injectors at that point. So he clearly could have seen it once he did the cam that, hey, Chad, you're at 90% duty cycle, you'll need injectors. Whatever. So I said, can we just tune it so I could just drive the car? I just want to be able to drive it, at LSFest. And, he was just like, no, I'd rather go ahead and just find some injectors. We'll get them in. I'll clean them. I'll match them, make sure they're A1. And because I want you to go to LSFest and be able to show out and represent. I said, yeah, that's what I want to be able to do. But if we can't, it's cool. I just want to get the car to LSFest. So that was that Wednesday night. We didn't leave the shop till maybe like 10:30 that night. So that Thursday, I hit him up around noon and was like, hey, did you find some injectors? Yeah, my boy got some injectors. Once he gets out of class, I'm gonna pick him up from his shop this afternoon, this evening. All right, cool. Let me know. Friday comes. Hit him up that Friday. Hey, did you get the injectors? Yep, I got the injectors. I picked them up last night. I'm at my Airbnb. I'm doing blase, blase, blase. All right, cool. Let me know when you get to the shop. So I was actually, close to that area that day, running some errands, and I said, let me know when you're gonna head to the shop, so I don't have to go back home and then have to go back to the shop, whenever you call me. He said, cool, I'll let you know. So then that Friday night, I still didn't hear anything, so I called, no answer. So Saturday, I sent him a text and I said, hey, look, we're coming down to the wire. I had an appointment for paint correction and stuff, and now I really don't have any time to do it, but I just need the car done so, I can get it all handled. So at this point, I don't have any time to order any injectors. I don't have any slots to get my car tuned with Pat G at this point. So sent him that text that Saturday, say, hey, what's going on? Can we get it done? No response. So Saturday afternoon, about 2-3 o'clock, I drive over there, and nobody's at the shop. Gates are closed, nobody's there. My car's there outside, doors unlocked. Oh, actually, you know what? Take that back. My car is still inside on the dyno still from where we left it Wednesday. So Sunday, I sent him a text, and no, actually Sunday, I didn't even text him because he still didn't respond from Saturday. So there's no point in, he didn't even say it on a Saturday, I'm not even finna try you on Sunday. So Monday comes. I ride up there Monday about 2-3 o'clock, because, he doesn't really come in until noon. So I get there, and the other guy there, Rodney, and I just asked him, hey, have you heard from or even seen Matt? Because he ain't responded to me. He said, no, I haven't heard from him since your car was on the dyno. Actually, you're the third person to pick up your car today. And I'm just like, I'm kind of SOL at this point, because actually Pat had another slot for that Monday as well, but I didn't have any injectors. So what I would have had to do was even take it to him to tune it, and then get injectors and still have to take it back to get it retuned with injectors. It was pointless at that time. So that Monday, picked up the car, took it off the dyno, took it over to J-Rod's and said, hey, let's get these injectors. Let's set an appointment with Pat G. I'm not going to make LSFest at this point. So then Tuesday, I get a text that morning, and Matt is pretty much yelling at me, saying that I was inconsiderate because he was in the hospital, this entire time. And I'm like, I've texted you, I've communicated with you these last 4 or 5 days, and all I asked really was just for communication. And one, you told me that you were gonna get it done multiple times. That's the thing. Two, you haven't communicated with me. You drop the ball every single day, and I've been relaxed and trying to be understanding as possible to whatever you got going on in life. But if you're gonna tell me that you're gonna get it done, then that's what you're gonna have to do. And that's why I asked you. Otherwise, I would have took us somewhere else. You know what I mean? And then he wanted to send an invoice to charge. He said, hey, do you want me to send an invoice to you, or do you want to send an invoice to the shop, for dyno time? And I said, you're not going to send an invoice to either one, because you wasted more of my time than anything. I done drove across town. It's about a 45-minute ride to the shop and a 45-minute ride back to my house. And then he said he'd already bought the injectors. And I'm like, well, I never even seen the injectors. You say you bought them. I don't know if you bought the injectors or not, to be honest. I ordered some injectors after the fact anyway. I just wouldn't have them by the time for LSFest, because I was leaving Wednesday. So you text me Tuesday morning, and I'm leaving Wednesday morning to have a 20-hour drive to LSFest, not being able to test my car. And you mad at me because you made promises that were broken, and then you want to charge me for dyno time when the job isn't even complete. And then you had told me that, hey Chad, don't even worry about, paying, because I done made you wait this long. Don't even worry about the injectors. I'm gonna take care of you, which I didn't ask for. I appreciate it, but I just needed the car. That's all. I just needed the car for LSFest, point blank period. So, I'm not pointing any fingers. I'm not saying, it's his fault. Stuff happens, I understand, but don't give me your word and say you're gonna get it done and help me out and make sure that I'm able to go to LSFest and represent your work, and you not come through. So, in my head, I'm thinking I'm about to cancel my trip, about to cancel my hotel, tell all my, my vendors, my sponsors, my partnerships, all these companies, my followers that, hey, I'm not gonna make it because one person couldn't, handle his job, which, about 3 weeks, because I asked him on March 21st, is he gonna be able to get it done? And the word was yes. So, like on my channel on, YouTube, Instagram, I like to be very transparent with y'all. if it's good, if it's bad, whatever it may be. I like to let you know just what the hoops and things that I kind of go through to make stuff happen. I'm still glad I decided to come to LS Fest, regardless. Not gonna let one monkey stop the show. Yeah, I was a little heartbroken because I got to see, all these other cars, or where my car would stand, beside theirs. And I really had it set because I wanted to take like a really dope photo with my homies, Garrett of American Muscle HD, Whips by Wade, and just represent like that A-Town connection, just the home team type deal. But there's other shows. I spoke to Holly about everything, and they understood. So I really do appreciate them as well. I know some of them won't be at Dallas, but a lot of them will be on the East Coast. So definitely try to make plans to be there for that show. Because like I said, I really want to just represent and just show off these Holly products. Like, they definitely work. If you're building an F-body, if you're building anything, really, definitely check on the Holly website because they have everything you need. But if you have any questions, any concerns, feel free to reach out, hit me up. Man, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share it to a friend. I got a lot of big things coming, a lot of upgrades to the car. After, the love I've been seeing, I really decided to really go hard on this build. I want to make it a memorable build. I want to really make it one for the books. I want to apply some pressure. I'm going to do some things a little bit different, non-conventional, and try to just do some things that, you guys probably have never seen on an F-Body, and try to keep some of the updates fresh with the build. So, like I said, tell a friend to tell a friend. Like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate every single one of y'all because, even though I do it for the love, y'all really be keeping me motivated to just keep on going, keep bringing the content, keep going hard, you know what I'm saying? So, I'm gonna just take a little rest real quick and try to get on the streets, get some good dinner and relax, and then I'll be home, and we'll be doing it again real soon next month for LS Fest Dallas. So see you guys soon, all right? We'll chill chat, checking out. Check out that moon though. You see the moon? All right.